slaying pre-spawn bass this spring season in 40 to 50 degree water, and I don't want to be the only one having fun doing it. But it hasn't always been that way. Usually I can't catch a freaking thing during the springtime. In 40 to 50 degree water, I usually get the big giant goose egg. So I'm going to share with you 2 strategies that I have been posting up bass on. And I usually find out that I can't catch them on one. If I switch over to the other, I start slaying it on that one. First one is the square-billed crankbait. I specifically like the red and the green, the watermelon color. So it has a red fleck. I'm not quite sure if you can see that there. And why these are killer is because they're great, they stay shallow, and they're great for banging off cover, those rocks, those docks, which is really key in 40 to 50 degree water. Those bass are extremely lethargic, so you have to get them with a reaction bite. So a couple tips for the square-billed crankbait. You're gonna want it to be rated to go a little bit deeper than the bottom of the body of water that you're going to be fishing, because you're gonna want to bang this thing. I don't know if you can see that, man, I banged the crap out of this thing. You're gonna wanna bang it up against the rocks and any type of cover that is there in that body of water. These are also excellent search baits. You can cover a lot of water with these bad boys. Especially great for me up here in Northeast Ohio. I bring this thing out in April and May, and this thing absolutely rocks. I typically will have this set up on a 10-pound fluorocarbon. I use a medium loose spin cast reel. The key here is a really steady, slow retrieve, especially in that 40 to 50 degree water rate. If you're not getting those bass with a really slow retrieve, try a slow retrieve, pause. Slow retrieve, pause, get that really lazy fish, come up and get that easy meal. For those of you who watch my channel, you know I fish up here in Northeast Ohio primarily, and you also know that I am a big fan of having a plan, because I believe that a goal, catch fish, without a plan, it's just a wish. And if you've watched my channel, you heard me say it over and over again, you ain't fishing, you just wishing if you don't have a plan. So for the 40 to 50 degree water range, what I'll do is I'll break out a topographical map. I'll go into Google and try to find it. And then I'll try to find the deepest part of the lake and see where the deepest part of the lake quickly connects with one of the shallow parts of the lake where those bass are eventually gonna move up into when they're spawning. And I'll start working that structure with the square bill. All right guys, this is firing you up. Please hit that like button. And if you get the bass and they're just not hitting that square bill crankbait, they're like, I've seen that before. Now it's time to move over to the second lure, which to be honest with you, is not in a lot of anglers' arsenal. It's this guy right here. This thing slays. If you've never fished the Ned rig, do yourself a favor and add this to your quiver. This thing is actually really easy to set up. I bought a kit off of Amazon. It's the Z-Man Ned rig. It comes with like 10 different Ned rig hooks and a variety of different lures. You got your crayfish, they call it the ticklers right here. And then you have the straight up finesse TRD. I'm not sure what it is. It basically looks like a half of a Senko. I'm basically cut in half. But the great thing about the Z-Man is that this elastic right here, it stretches like 10x without breaking. If I were to try to do this with another type of Senko, it would go snap right in half. I don't know if you had this happen before. A lot of times bass will grab the end and rip it. It's not gonna happen with this bad boy right here. So the Ned rig. I've also had a lot of luck with the KVD Master Plastics as well, the blue, which is really sweet. So I'll put those in the description below. I set mine up similar to what I do my crankbait. You have like 10-pound fluoro. You could probably use 6 to 8 and be completely fine with a spin cast reel, medium power on that thing. And what I do is I just kind of cast it into cover along the banks and let it fall on the slack line. If they don't hit it then, just kind of slowly pop it off the bottom of the water and boom, you will get that bite in 40 to 50 degree water. If you're not having luck, try slowing down your pops a little bit and let it pause on the bottom of the water. Another way you can do it, kind of sweep it along the bottom of the water, and this metal part will hit your rocks and it'll make that clicking sound, hopefully getting that reaction bite. All right guys, you're getting value. Help me out, hit that sub and bell, and I'll keep content like this coming your way. And here's another tip with this. You don't actually need to set that hook very hard. Just a nice sweeping hook set and you'll have that fish on the end of your line. Being that the hook is so exposed, you will barely lose a hook set on that largemouth bass. And also being that the hook is exposed, you're gonna lose a lot of these, so buying that kit's gonna be good because you might go through 2 or 3 in a fishing expedition. And you never know what you're gonna catch. I actually was throwing this in Chicago, getting a lot of bass with it, and all of a sudden, boom, this walleye grabbed it. So if you want to see that video and how I was actually working the Ned rig in order to get those bass to bite and catching that walleye, go ahead and click that video right there. Hey guys, thanks for watching. I'll see you later. Bye.